Friends, Asoka the Geek here, and for this review, we are going to take a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Flashpoint Wonder Woman. First of all, a huge thanks to the fine folks at McFarlane Toys for sending me this for an advanced review. This figure is a Target exclusive. It's the final figure in the year-long Build the Figure wave from Target, featuring some of our favorite characters from Flashpoint. So here she is, Wonder Woman. Now, Wonder Woman comes with a couple of things. First, she comes with this lovely trading card with this lovely artwork on it. Don't remember Hawkgirl and Wonder Girl in the comic of Flashpoint, but maybe they were. It's been a while since I read it, but there you go. There's the artwork for the trading card. In addition to the trading card, Wonder Woman also comes with the head of Cyborg. So she's the final character you'll need to complete our Cyborg figure. So there's his lovely head, and we will, of course, take a much closer look at the fully built Cyborg in a few minutes. But yeah, there's his head. She also does come with a sword and the little black stand, and that's about it. So without further ado, let's dive right in and take a closer look at Wonder Woman. All right, so now let's take a closer look at Wonder Woman. And overall, I do like the design of this suit. I think I like the armor quite a bit, the red, the silver, the gold. I love the cape. I think the one aspect of this design that I don't really care for is the helmet. I understand in context of the story, with a more militaristic Wonder Woman, the helmet makes sense, but I do prefer Diana to, just have her hair flowing, seeing her face. That's what we're used to with Wonder Woman. So I think that's the only element of this design that I don't really care for. But other than that, really nice suit, and I really like the way they translated this from page to plastic. The texture of the kind of chainmail undergarment, I think, is really nicely done. It just looks really sharp and has a nice feel to it with the grooves of the texture of the chainmail there. Then the armor layered on top of it is really nice as well, with the the skirt, battle skirt there, the boots, the gauntlets. I think it's really nicely done. I like the way the colors complement each other with the gold and the red. I like the sheen it has to it. And yeah, I just really love the overall design of the armor suit itself. The cape looks really nice as well with these different colors. And again, yeah, the helmet is the only thing I'm not too much of a fan. It looks more like an Atlantean helmet. Maybe it was it an Atlantean helmet that she's using? It totally looks like something from Aquaman's world, but I don't know. I don't remember the specifics of the costume or the comic, but there you go. So I do like the suit. I like the little belt it has around the waist. I like that you can bend the waist very nicely and have some really nice movement here. The overall articulation, I think, is very well done with this figure. Even though she has armor, you can still make some really fun, dynamic poses. So yeah, I dig this figure. I think it looks like a great representation of the Flashpoint Wonder Woman. Again, don't recall this off the top of my head how close it is in accuracy, but to me it looks pretty accurate. Totally looks like the Flashpoint armor. I'm sure there's some differences, but overall I think they did a great job with the sculpt, with the armor, and I think it's a fantastic figure. I do love that we have like 4 Wonder Womans now. We still don't have a classic Wonder Woman just yet, but I know she's coming very soon. So I am excited to see, the comic book Wonder Woman, and she's going to look great alongside this Wonder Woman and all the other comic book versions of Wonder Woman that we've gotten from McFarlane Toys. Last thing, the sword. I do dig the sword. I like it's got scratch marks on it, so it looks like it's been in battle. I think that is very nicely done. But yeah, I dig this Wonder Woman. I think she looks great. Now let's go ahead and take a closer look at Cyborg. All right, so here is Cyborg, and let's start off with a little size comparison. So here he is standing next to Wonder Woman, and man, does he tower over Wonder Woman. They definitely went big with this Cyborg figure. I don't recall him being this big in the Flashpoint comics. I know he's not this big in the regular DC Universe comics. He's pretty much normal size, just bigger. He's a human being. They didn't make him like this gigantic robot in the comics. I'm not sure why he's so big. It is a little jarring because you're just not used to Cyborg being that big, but it's still a really nicely done figure. And I'm just going to go ahead and let's take a look at the head specifically, because that's the piece that came with Wonder Woman. So here's a little close-up view of the head, and I just wanted to kind of show you how big his head looks next to Wonder Woman. He's got a big noggin. He's got a big noggin. I mean, Wonder Woman's got a helmet on, and his head still looks big. And then here is his head next to Superman. If you put that cyborg head on that Superman body, it would look a little interesting. But yeah, so they just went big with this guy. He went big with this guy. I guess we get to say it's a cyborg. He takes liberties with his proportions and whatnot. But yeah, it's definitely a bigger head. But the head sculpt itself is fantastic. Totally looks like Victor Stone. I love the design of the suit. Is really nice. It looks like the Flashpoint suit, except for the C. The C logo, I don't remember if that was in the comics, because I know my DC Direct version does not have that C logo on it. But yeah, if we take a closer look here, man, I love the arm cannon. It looks great. I love the detailing, the red, the variations of silver there. We have some painted parts to it on both arms, and I think that looks really nice. I think this figure came together really well. Super stoked to have a nice Cyborg figure in the McFarlane collection. And yeah, the armor looks nice. It's a pretty tight figure once you put it together. It feels really, sturdy in my opinion. No parts have fallen off, so that's always a good thing. I think my minor quibble, other than the height, would be the diaper piece. The legs, when you attach them, they do kind of get the diaper just kind of gets stuck under the leg when you put the leg in there, as you can kind of see over there in the left. But yeah, other than that, yeah, you can see how the diaper's kind of tucked under the leg. But that's a minor quibble. I can fix that with a little fiddling, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. But overall, I really dig the Cyborg figure. Super stoked to have this in my collection. I will, of course, have him do some more comparisons with some other DC figures in just a few moments here. But yeah, there's the Cyborg. All right, so now let's go ahead and take a look at Wonder Woman and Cyborg next to some other Flashpoint figures. So we have Aquaman, we have the Flash, we have Superman, we have Batman, Thomas Wayne Batman. And that Batman isn't specifically from the Flashpoint Build-A-Figure wave. This came out a few years ago, and it's based more on his later appearances in the Flashpoint universe, but still fits in perfectly, I think, with these figures. And then I have the unmasked figure displayed here, but there's, of course, a masked Flashpoint Batman as well. But yeah, I think they look great together. This is a really fun wave as far as the Build-A-Figure wave goes. I love the Flashpoint comic book. I love all these characters. I especially like that we got that Superman, because even DC Direct never released a version of that Superman. So it's cool that we had that. And I love the Aquaman. I know his face is funny, but man, that totally reminds me of the comic book. Just the crazy, aggressive Aquaman, and the way he was drawn by, was it Andy Kubrick? It was one of the Kubrick brothers. And but yeah, I think it looks awesome. So yeah, I think they look great together, all of them. And these figures complete the Build-A-Figure wave for Cyborg. Sans the Batman. That Batman, don't need to get that to build Cyborg. Again, that's from a previous release. But yeah, this is a Target exclusive figure, this Wonder Woman, along with the other ones. The other figures are available now. You could still probably maybe find them in stores. I know they were a little sparse in Targets, but if you pre-order these, you should be okay. Hopefully, if Target doesn't cancel your order. And I will say this with the Target pre-orders, what I've noticed is when my orders have gotten canceled, it's because the credit card I have on file, when they try to charge it again, because Target tries to charge your credit card a few times before it ships, and if for whatever reason it's declined, I think that's what might cause your order to be canceled. Again, that's just an assumption. So try to always make sure the card you have on file is a card that you're not going to cancel, one that you're not going to run out of funds on, because I think that might cause some orders to get canceled. That's the only reason my Target orders have ever been canceled. Well, that's about it, my friends. Thank you so much for watching, and again, I appreciate your time. Thank you.